Make sure the clearance occurs now, and it does, in the shape of Dave Spicer, the University of Victoria man.
A little bit of a let-off there. Rambeni comes hammering back on the angle, but he doesn't control the ball. And Canada had to stay in the game there. But the pressure is being applied, isn't it? There's no doubt at all Fiji fancy this at the moment. Stay in this game, Canada have got to start stealing all of these line-outs, deprive Fiji of possession.
And the whole of the Fijian bench there in the distance, up on their feet, warming up now, wanting to come on and be part of this. Rauluni to Little, Rambeni. That's not going to work this time.
Let's just say communication must have gone awry there. Add 1 minute for the Leicester man. Oh, Canada are quickly off.
Fiji need to get men back quickly here. Chasing from Pritchard. And it's a penalty. Good quick thinking that might have turned the tables. You never know. Long way to go for Canada. But it gives them a foothold possibly in the match, this penalty.
Navua, no options there. Driven backwards by Pritchard, and I think Canada might just look for the corner and themselves try and just force their way back into this game, open the lock that Fiji seem to have applied. You'd have liked a little more distance on that kick. It's conservative from Canada. They need to be much closer to the line because their best bet is via the pack, surely.
Some good moments from the pack against Wales last week.
Oh, very good, yeah. Haven't had that dynamic drive so far here today.
Need one now. It's good. Sean Michael Stephen now. Are the Canadians going to make a match of this now? Cudmore. Williams quite happy to let the forwards go again, just waits and watches the scrum half. Back in there, he says.
Stay on. Stay on.
Now the captain takes charge, and it's Spicer.
Away. There it is. Watch your feet.
Can almost touch the post, Canada.
No, he's fine. You've got good
13 men, so close.
Just about everybody committed to the drive now. Williams. Rwanga on the wrong side, warned to leave it. The referee moves him away. Just need to go a little bit more. But of all the meters, they're the hardest ones, these. Still Fiji resist. Crowd really getting into this now. Trying to keep their structure. Rod Snow. So close. Some frantic looks from the referee too.
No. The ball's held up. It's a scrum fight to Canada.
5 metre scrum is all it will be.
Discipline there from Fiji. Canada throwing everything at that. Mike James going for the line. That's great refereeing from Spreadbury because that ball hits the ground only a matter of millimetres short of the try line, but then it bounces up and Fiji get arms underneath it. That was really decisive refereeing.
It's good to see the referee's eyes better than any camera. Good, quick decision by the official, going to the television match official, who is Georges. It was Craig Joubert today.
A good referee and always getting the best positions, and Spreadbury in control there. Big moments in the match. Canada would have felt that was their best chance so far of crossing the Fijian try line. And in a way, Fiji will think, OK, we've driven them back 5 metres. Now, will Canada have a variety here? Because you're certain Fiji must be thinking their danger is the pack. Will they use someone like Pike wide? Will they just surprise Fiji?
Just made a switch of the back line. Spicer's gone to the right of Williams. That's where the ball's going, with Sean Michael Stephen, who's losing his jersey in the process.
Away release.
And Fiji get the decision.
Get off, get off, get off. Turnover ball, Fiji.
It's the strength of the Fijians there. Sean Michael Stephen a little bit high, and Canada perhaps a little bit conservative, and they paid the price for that. Great defence though from Fiji, and hasn't always been the case. They've been that disciplined, and that's been was a big factor in the win against Japan in the last 5. It was a big factor then.
That was a victory for muscle. Sean Michael Stephen.
Touch, pause, engage.
He's not the biggest, is he?
We slipped, we only slipped here.
And he was out-muscled there.
No problem, that's fine.
Good collective defence as well, as Rick Suggett looks on thinking to take that opportunity. Canada will not get too many in this game. And that was, what, 2 minutes on the line and nothing. Unless they could strike on this scrum.
Touch, pause, engage.
Well, that's over to hooker Reardon, but you don't see many against the head these days.
There it is, stay back.
But they're making Fiji work hard, and Nicky Little only just got that one away. Back goes Pike. He needs to sort out what he's going to do here, Mike Pike. And what he's going to do is get back to his feet bravely. Spicer. Were with the tackle.
He's put himself around well, hasn't he, the lock?
Very mobile. There's Michael Stephen, and right on cue, Were with another tackle. Williams. Biddle's there now. Williams up again. Canada really giving this a crack. Pritchard coming back inside. And still going. And Canada once again just 5 meters out.
No, it's fine.
Now Looney bursts forward.
Fiji.
Into the low gears again from Canada.
5 Fiji, move back. Good. Go with him, lads. Step. 5 Fiji, move back. Good. Go with him, lads.
Burak.
3 Fiji, move. Thank you. Get away.
Spice up. Now an honorary forward. Snow.
Away, release Fiji, release Fiji.
Fiji with hands on the wrong side there. It does come back. It's Smith. And he's through. And Canada are back. Throw themselves a lifeline in this match. Ryan Smith. And Canadian endeavour already a strong feature of this World Cup. We saw it against Wales, and we see it here in Wales.
So it's the bludgeon of Canada strikes back against Fijian incision there. And well done Canada, because in their last attack they just stayed so close to the breakdown. Fiji just made the tackles. You move the ball 1 point out and it just alters the point of defence. You make the defence think even a split second you've got a chance. And Ryan Smith and Montalban sniffs it. It's a little half show with a dummy and he's through there. And Canada, they've kept themselves alive there and they know it. They had to score from that one, hadn't blown 2 minutes previously. They came back quickly, they've got their score. We've got a game on again. It's a good second half.
Ryan Smith of Montalban. We learnt that John Kelvin came from Montalban when we were down there this week as Pritchard converts. And the obvious follow-on from that is the old work ethic line. And it's certainly a feature, as I said, of Canadian play. They've worked very hard in this World Cup so far, and they're not out of this match because of that score.
And in contrast, there's nothing very Protestant about the way Fiji play their rugby. Very exotic, you're quite right. The work ethic of Canada has got them back in there.
Colin Hughes is on. The man who plays for Agen. Philippe Seller's club of old, of course. And the man who's gone off is Sean Michael Stephen.
A bit more muscle coming on in the last 20 from Canada. We thought they'd have to do this.
Spicer. Little show and go from him. Pike. Good from Canada, this. Culpen. Fiji have also brought on Net Tale. And he's joined Worcester. Penalty Canada.
Tries giving them a lift, hasn't it, there? This time, really, the Canadian backs have threatened. And Pritchard bounces over and will look for decent distance here. Any score now, next score for Canada, gets them right back in the game, gets them within a converted score.
And one of the Pletch twins is on, Dan Pletch, in the Canadian front row. And you really know by his number. They are identical, those boys. Although Dan does have a little bit of a goatee beard. Bit more of a beard for Henry Giondravu, who replaces Shone Wailomo in the Fijian front row. So we've reached that point where there are comings and goings. Fresh players. Game back up for grabs. Certainly, if Canada can get another score here.
All turned over.
Little. Mbai to Rambeni. What a handoff that is. Dismissive. Down goes Mbai. And the referee blows for the knock-on. Could be a cracking finish, this.
Yeah, Canada now just got a sniff of something after that try. And Fiji still not scared to counter-attack, as we saw there. A little bit lateral. But Rambeni, some great things today. 1 or 2 errors. Smiling, dangerous still.
You two guys, new boys, who've had good scrimmaging, all right? Be honest. Locks in. Crunch, touch, pause, engage. Stay on the scrub.
Morgan Williams.
Not quite, not quite.
Boot in from Mayambole, and then Smith boots out. Try scorer not happy with himself there.
13 white, 13 white, 1-3. 13 white.
Another change. Saru Rambeni is going off. And as he does, we'll just remind you what's coming up later on ITV4. Samoa against Tonga. Strap yourself in for that one, kicking off at 3 o'clock. Kunavore is the replacement. And then this evening, France will play Namibia tonight on ITV4, and that is from 7:30. France in Toulouse.
As the Northern Hemisphere look for a win. We're all French tonight.
Well, the referee let Canada know what he was going to do.
Get away.
Going to roll away from the tackle. Gives Fiji this penalty. A chance just to settle themselves again.
Yeah, they've given Canada a sniff, and the Canucks have come back pretty well at them, and Little finds a fairly decent touch from a tight angle there. Settled themselves, but I don't know if it suits Fiji to just let it slow down here. Of course, they're in a good attacking position here. One more try would finish it. Rambeni hasn't had the greatest day, and the guy who's come on, you mentioned Kunavore, of course, highly rated at Toulouse. Strong, fast, dangerous man.
Yes, he went to Toulouse initially to cover for Benoit Babi a couple of years ago and ended up staying there. Babi having got it injured mid-season. Tate is on for Canada, and there is Kunavore. Just coming back from a hamstring problem, kept him out of the first match. If he was going to be selected, wasn't considered because of that injury.
Leave it, that's fine.
Guerra.
lost 2 minutes.
Tale.
Super balance again from the big man.
Raul